What's up, YouTube? Beautiful day here in the Communist Republic of Kentucky. We are on our way down right now to to record a podcast with a real estate and zoning professional. We will be uploading that podcast probably tonight or tomorrow. It'll go live on Spotify within 24 hours after that. We had planned on doing the lumber professional first, but it just hasn't worked out that way. He's on vacation this weekend, so we're getting to move ahead with the real estate part of building your wealth. A lot of things have changed in real estate. I'll be excited and anxious to get into some of those deals. You know, all this stuff coming out from the World Economic Forum, how you're going to own nothing and be happy, and how BlackRock is going around and paying 20 to 30% over asking price of single-family homes. I'm sure this is playing into that somehow or another, because they don't want any individuals to have any property rights, so they want all the property rights to go to corporations. And when you're like BlackRock and you're hooked in there with the Fed, and they can just print all the money in the world anytime they want for you, you can go out here and offer 20 to 30% more than what and pay 20 to 30% more over asking price, and knock individual homeowners from being able to buy homes. It's not a good deal. It's a very sad thing, if you ask me. Even Warren Buffett says one of the primary things to do to build wealth is home ownership. Home ownership will build your net worth. It builds your net worth almost faster than anything, because you're able to control an asset that's worth a few $100,000 or less or more for a fraction of the cost. So that makes your net worth go up. Your cash worth may not be up as high, but your net worth will rise because you control that asset. So if you're interested in real estate investing, or if you're looking to buy a home, this will be a great podcast for you to listen to. If you're in the Cincinnati area, you may want to look up their company, and she'll give her contact information. Her being a zoning professional, zoning is really important, and we don't see a lot of it in the area I live. But recently, a landowner in the neighborhood in which I live, who lives in the same neighborhood, and he runs multiple businesses out of his house. Multiple businesses. He HVAC guy. He's got a rental company that he runs, that he owns. Many duplexes, just a bunch of multifamilies and single family homes. And he was broke land and was building him an office here in the neighborhood. And zoning officials came in and stopped him right before he poured the foundation. He'd already broke ground. He'd already done all that and had dug his footer, and they came in and stopped him from building that. Now, if you're like me and you're an anarchist or a libertarian, I guess I should say libertarian because it's more friendly, you'll be thinking, hey, he owns that land, he'll be able to do whatever he wants to with it. And I agree. But But there is such a vast difference in the worth or value rather of commercial real estate versus I guess you'd say personal real estate. I don't know if that's the correct terminology or not, but there's such a vast difference in the value. If he put a business in there, it may change. Yeah, with the zoning you can't, but if he puts something on the property that might damage the value of the neighboring, of my home price or even his home price or other home prices in the neighborhood, they stop you from doing that. So if something's zoned residential, not personal, but residential, is the term I was looking for. So if something is termed or is zoned residential, you'd have to get it rezoned to put a commercial property in there. I don't know, but you see this a lot when new roads go in and they're trying to make it all commercial, and you have a lot of houses there. A lot of times they'll make them tear down the house and rebuild something else, unless you're like a real estate company or doctor's office that can kind of run out of a structure that looks more homey, like a house. But I myself run home-based businesses out of my house. The holding company runs out of my house. Podcast, YouTube, everything runs out of the house. Their online businesses ran out of the house. So, with that being said, zoning is important. Having proper zoning in place can also make you or break you. Say if you have all residential and they put a road through and they change it all to commercial, your property value just doubled nearly, give or take, a few $1,000s or even millions, depending on your area. So there's a lot of benefits to zoning that people don't look at. Hopefully we'll be able to get into some of them. I'd also like to have her take on what she thinks is going to happen with property values. If she thinks there's going to be a housing crash and just different things like that. But looking forward to this podcast. I'm sure it's going to be a great one. She has the gift of gab, and I'm sure it'll be very interesting and lighthearted. And I know it's the last podcast, didn't get a whole lot of plays, but it was kind of down. I seemed like I was kind of down in it. I've been struggling with allergies here lately. The humidity's like really high. There's just a lot of allergens here in Kentucky where I'm at, and it seems like I'm always struggling with them. But once again, if you haven't subscribed to Your Wealth Plan podcast, please subscribe here to Life Happens. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment on it. If you would like to be on the podcast, contact us on Facebook or Instagram at Your Wealth Plan Podcast. You can contact us there, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we can try to get you on the program if we think you're a good fit. Chances are, if you're listening to this, you're probably a good fit. Or chances are, you may know a different strategy. Your strategy may be different from ours. I know no one's strategy is going to be the same. Everybody's going to be different. And that's a good thing. Because there is no one size fits all. There is some one size fits most, but there is no one size fits all. thank you for watching today. Please like, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the podcast. I'll leave a link down below for how you can join Coinbase. Looks like the cryptos are coming down. Stock market looks like it's coming down quite a bit today. Maybe because everybody's on vacation. A lot of times this time of year, investors pull their money out. You have all these Michael Burry and everybody talking about a crash coming. I don't know. So you never know when one's going to happen. You might know like right before, but most time it's too late when it happens. You know, it's one reason why we set stop losses on stuff that we're not intent on holding forever, whether it goes up or down. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things about being an investor. You got to do what you got to do. Like monthly paying dividend stocks. As long as you're getting the same amount of dividend every month, you're more than happy to watch that go down 50%. Why? Because you're going to buy a whole lot more shares. It's just the way it is. You're going to buy more shares and increase that income. Looks like they're doing some road work. They got to shut down here. Stoplight up. But anyway, subscribe. You can see us on Google Podcast, POCKETCAST, Breaker, Public Radio, and of course Google and Spotify. So please subscribe, like the channel. Looking forward to getting into this episode. Anxious to have my first guest on the show. It'll be very interesting, to say the least. So thanks for watching. I'll leave a link below to how you get your wealth plan fueled by dividend stocks on Amazon. And I'll probably leave a link below on how to get to on how to sign up on Coinbase. Also, I'll be doing a video. I found a way to buy Pirate Chain directly, I think. And once I get that figured out completely, I'll be doing another video on that and possibly a podcast. Pirate Chain's down around 370, I believe, the last time I looked at it a while ago. Today is June the 18th. And we would really like to get in a lot of that. Some guy is rumored to be going to buy $100 million worth of Pirate Chain. This same guy bought a few $100 worth of Bitcoin at around 5 cents per share. And this guy is sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars now, I reckon. And it's probably going to go up some more. So I'm sure he's not going to liquidate all of it. I think he's going to liquidate some of it. And they said he was wanting to put $100 million into Pirate Chain. That's going to start moving the needle, folks. That will definitely move the needle. You want to try to get in there before that needle moves too much. Once again, this is not financial advice. This is entertainment and education purposes only. Thanks again. God bless.